Good morning, Farnsley Wildcats. Welcome to another edition of our Monday morning message. It is Monday, March 22nd, 2021. As this is our last week of the NTI that we have continued from the start of the school year, we will continue to have Monday morning messages that will be available for you to look at and link in on your own. Whether you're in person or virtual, it'll still be available to you. And so I hope you had a great weekend, great weather out there. It is happy spring. Spring has sprung. Spring started this weekend, and I hope you were able to get out and enjoy the weather and enjoy yourself in preparation for what is to come. Our Farnsley motto, we always start with the motto. Our motto at Farnsley is that I am unique, I am pursuing excellence, I am developing, I am a lifelong learner, and together we are Farnsley. Please keep that in mind as you go through your daily works and daily life and think of, even if I'm different than my siblings or I'm different than my friends on my street or what have you, it's okay. You're unique. You are who you are. Imagine the world, how boring it would be if everyone were the same. It's not good. It's great that you're unique. You're pursuing excellence. There's no one who is excellent, so we are always striving to do something better and something more worthwhile. So keep doing what it is that you need to do to perfect you in your determination of what is excellent. And we are always developing. We are lifelong learners. And all of this together makes us Farnsley. So keep it going and keep that focus. I always like to give shout outs. Shout outs are great. Not only does it fill you up for all the greatness that you've done if you get a shout out, but when you take the time to give someone else a shout out, it fills you up for doing so. It makes you feel better that you took a time out to recognize someone else for doing great things. So Miss Cunningham is shouting out Cadence and Taylor H. She says, Cadence, great job for working hard on her project, and Taylor R, excuse me, I said it wrong. Taylor R for great participation in math class. Great job, ladies, and keep up all the great work. Also, a shout out from Mr. Wilcox and Miss Fager. They shouted out, they both want to give recognition to Kevin BR. They are saying thank you so much for assisting them with a major tech issue on the class project. We were up a creek without a paddle until Kevin came to our rescue. Thank you so much, Kevin. Isn't that great that you're able to use what you know and your expertise to help other people out? Don't ever think that just because they're teachers or they're older than you or they're adult, then they have all the answers. We're in this together. We are all developing and learning together. Also, Miss Robinson is giving a shout out to Trent G, Angelo F, Brooklyn L, and Tyson B. More specifically, Trent G, thank you so much for always helping me out in the chat. Angelo F, as always being so kind. Brooklyn L and Tyson B for being great breakout room leaders. Great job. Keep up the great work, okay? Mrs. Bush is giving this shout out to thank you to all these students for staying on top of their work this week. She gives a shout out to Jocelyn G.R., Jawan P., Anthony A., Braden B., Brian D., Ryan J., Grayson R., Mitchell S., Kayla W., Natalie W., London Y., Lily Z., Alea D., and Taylor R. Great job, and please keep up your work. Also, Miss Collins and Miss Queso are giving a shout out to JR. JR, last name W. Thank you so much for demonstrating the breakouts in class on Friday. Way to go, Mr. JR. Keep up the great work. Okay, so this week in review, backpack presentations continue. Please continue to submit and sign up for backpack defenses. Please reach out to your teacher or your grade level administrator if you need assistance. You know your grade level administrators in 8th grade are Miss Nethery and Miss Hans. So please reach out to them if you need assistance, and your teachers. They will be more than happy to set up a time to meet with you individually. Wouldn't you like this to be checked off your list and be done? I think I would. So if you would, please continue to submit those videos or sign up for a virtual presentation. Asynchronous instruction. To prepare for the return to school, Thursday and Friday this week will be asynchronous. That means they will put things up in the classroom, in the Google Classroom for you to do on your own, and it's a catch-up day. That's a great time for you to get a lot of things caught up. In preparation for return to school, our teachers are coming back into the building, and that's a PD day and classroom setup day and so forth. So that is our asynchronous instruction. Also, live lessons for this week. The NCI lessons will be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week. Hence the asynchronous days on Thursday and Friday. So keeping that in mind, this will be a great time to catch up on the live lessons and to catch up on any work that you have due. Because that leads me to my next point here, that the grading period ends on this Friday, the 26th. Due to the change in NTI schedule, the fifth grading period ends on this Friday, March 26th. So get all your work turned in. Anything that you have a low score on or anything that is missing, get it turned in so that they can update your grade, because the grading period does end. The next grading period will go from April 5th to the last day of school, May 27th, which actually makes for a longer grading period, but nonetheless, you have plenty of time to get your work in, but don't wait till the last minute. A lot of times, a lot of things go on and things get a little bogged down or what have you. Let's pay attention to those things and get those things taken care of now. This week, we have a SBDM scheduled meeting for this Wednesday, March 24th. It is from 3 to, it starts at 3 p.m. I say until about 4:30. That's usually about the time that it goes until. You can look on our website to get access to the SBDM meeting. That is very helpful to hear any policies or any upcoming things that we are moving forward with. Parent engagement night. We added another parent engagement night for this Tuesday, March 23rd. From 6 to 7 p.m. All the previous parent engagement nights have been very well attended. Parents have been thankful for sharing out what the upcoming school year will look like, the rest of the school year will look like, and so forth. We just want you to make sure that you have all your questions answered. So we added another parent engagement series to talk about the reopening. We'll review a couple of things that we already reviewed before, make sure there are no questions or uncertainties or what have you. And we will have a Q&A for anything. And we just know that we foresaw that in case there was something that changed or any updates that needed to be made, we wanted you to be aware. Now, we all know that the CDC guidelines have changed, saying that you don't need to be more than 3 feet apart or with your mask or what have you. I have not gotten any other orders but to keep those rooms 6 feet apart. And I want you to know that I have set up every one of those rooms with desks of 6 feet apart, and I know the maximum number of students that can fit in each room. I'm not aiming for the max, but I know how many can with 6 feet apart, and I will not go over those numbers unless I'm given permission or what have you. But just so you know, parents, this is what it is set, and students, that currently we have set up the guidelines for 6 feet apart, period, in all locations, okay? So something else upcoming. This week, you should receive a postcard. It's in snail mail, so I don't know how long that will take. It'll go out come today, and we'll see how long it takes. But if you are choosing to go in person, if you have indicated that you're returning in person, you will get a postcard that will say the team name that you're assigned and what room number you'll need to report to after we leave our holding areas about 7:30. Now, this postcard, is it mandatory that you bring it with you? No, it's just a good reminder so that you know that, okay, when I go back, hey, I am a 7 Trailblazers. Where do I go? Oh, okay, well, it's this time I need you to go here until we're ready for you to go to your class, and I see what class you need to report to when you do get on your team, and we'll move forward from there. Same as 6th graders as well. We have everything stationed and separated just fine. We just need to know that specific information from you when you do return to in person so that we can get you in the right spot and get you on to class without any hubbub. Now, do we know things like that will happen, that people forget it or not really sure what to where to go from here? Sure, but it's okay. Other thing, transportation. A lot of parents are like, where's my kid's bus? And I get it. Please know that JCPS transportation was primarily focused on the elementary. They started last week. Middle school doesn't start for another 2 weeks. So keeping that in mind, they should now have the route scheduled and out there for you. If you go to JCPS's website, which I've linked here, it's just their JCPS page, and I'm going to try to walk you through what that looks like, how to find out what bus your child is assigned or what have you, okay? If you go up here to parents, my computer runs slow sometimes, so bear with me. Excuse me. And under the blue grid, you'll find, should find bus finder. Hold on. There it is, bus finder. Which a bus will my child ride to school? And then from here, make sure you select Farnsley Middle. And you type in your address. I'm gonna make up an address. Let's see. Okay, so in that, your house, let's say your house is here based on the address. And according to this, up here in the corner, it says you need to catch the bus at South Crumbs Lane at Southern Farm Boulevard at 6:55 in the morning. Your bus number is 2050. And so you could see there's your house, and that is where they're saying you need to catch your bus right there. And so that is where you need to be. Always give yourself 5 to 10 minutes before to get there, in case they're looking at a different clock than you're looking at or what have you. But they'll be arriving at 6:55, and you don't want to miss that bus to get there on time, okay? So going back to our presentation, that's how you get to find out what your bus number is. Okay, also want to talk to you about next week. Next week is spring break, yay! Beginning this weekend, start the spring break. Enjoy. Please enjoy yourself, relax, take self-care, rest up for what is upcoming. But please stay safe. It is from March 27th through April 4th. And to return, and it is in preparation for our return as well. So please rest up. Our return in-person instruction. Our school will begin on Monday, April 5th for Group A, last names A through K, and for A through K for live lessons and virtual lessons. The other group, Group B, L through Z, will start school April 8th. April 8th, okay? Just keeping that in mind. And so this is a greater detail of what to expect on these days. So for instance, if you chose in-person instruction, your last name is A through K. These are the days you'll be coming to Farnsley on Monday and Tuesday. And the other days, Thursday and Friday, will be independent work. Take a look on your Google Classroom for that independent work assignments that will be posted. We need you to make sure that you do that work so that when you come back to school on Monday and Tuesday, it is let's go, let's go. There's more based on what you did and practice independently so we can continue. On Wednesdays, it is advisory lessons as needed. Your team will let you know, and Passion Club Day. The same for Group B, Thursday and Friday. Those are the days you'll be at Farnsley, and Monday and Tuesday are the days that you'll do the Google Classroom independent studies, and the same advisory lessons. The virtual instruction, excuse me, I didn't mean to go on. Virtual instruction, if you chose to be virtual, still A through K, Monday and Tuesday, and they'll have a specific schedule for you to follow. And Thursday and Friday are your independent lessons. If you are in band, chorus, or orchestra and you're virtual, those will be your Wednesday classes, okay? Other than that, they'll work it in during the week. Your schedule will have an outline, and if you are virtual, you will get an invitation to join another virtual lesson, virtual classroom that outlines what is expected and also gives you the links to your classes. Do not delete the classes the Google Classrooms that you're currently in. We are keeping those going. We were fortunate enough to be able to satisfy every team has their own line of virtual instruction. So everyone is able to keep their same teachers, whether they're in person or virtual. So that made a huge difference. And I'm so glad we were able to do that for every team moving forward. So just make sure that you have accepted that class that gets sent out. We probably won't send that out to right over spring break. We don't want you to worry about it or what have you, but you hit that invitation, that accept and join that particular Google Classroom and move forward from there. Just follow those links. All the assignments, though, will be in your regular Google Classroom that you've been using all the whole year. Now, something else, reopening updates. Here's resources for that on our Farnsley.us, dress code guidelines, daily school supplies such as a 2-ply face mask, fully charged iPad, water bottles, and Vils backpack. We ask that you use your Vils backpack and none other backpacks. If you are in need of one because you can't find one, reach out to Miss BJ Mayhew, Billy Mayhew, we call her Miss BJ, at school. She's our youth service center director, and she can issue you another one. First day of school back, as I remind you, April 5th and 6th for Group A, and April 8th through 9 for Group B, okay? Note that the week of April 26th and May 24th, Group B will go Wednesday and Thursdays because that particular Friday that they would be in school is no school for anyone. Okay, just so make sure you're aware of how to get to the Farnsley.us page, Farnsley.us, for resources on reopening or what have you. This is the primary page for Farnsley.us. Go to the very top where it says COVID updates. Hit that. It takes you to another page. And it talks about these are the recordings that were available that we did on February 9th and March 9th. This is the plans for families. This is the dress code update or what have you. We have also linked the dress code here. If you want to take a look at that, okay? It's a lot of information, but I want you to know that I can't wait to have you in our grades and in our school again. I want to welcome you into our new environment and a new outlook, to a new way of being, okay? As you re-enter Farnsley, know that we all have your best interests at heart. Our utmost desire is to keep you safe, engaged, respected, and connected to what is going on around you. We're not ignoring all that everyone has been through over the last year. We are embracing that and taking that into consideration and helping each other out and being able to move forward. We're using those as stepping stones to be able to project us to our next thing we're doing. So I thank you so much for all that you've done. I thank you for trusting us with your children and with you yourselves and going back into our building as we move forward. I hope y'all have a great spring week in preparation for spring break. And just know we've got this. And together we are Farnsley. Thank you.